Welcome to Đồng Nai Radio and Television Station. Here comes to the news today. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính on March 18th chairs a conference on solutions to innovate and effectively promote investment resources of economic groups and state corporations. By the end of 2022, 19 groups and corporations hold about 63% of the total equity of the state-owned enterprises and about 65% of the total assets of state-owned enterprises in the country. According to the Ministry of Planning and Investment, the total investment capital of the state-owned enterprises in 2021 will account for 24.6% of the total state investment capital and account for 10% of the total investment of the whole society. However, their contribution is not equal to the holding resources, and there is a huge room for development. The Prime Minister suggested raising awareness and political responsibility for the access and capital of the state, promoting the implementation of large and key investment projects, continue to restructure the enterprises to improve the operational efficiencies of the enterprise commensurate with the resources held. Over the first 2 months of 2023, the capital of domestic enterprises investing in Đồng Nai reached nearly 450 billion VND. Over the first 2 months of this year, Đồng Nai rented 11 new FDI projects with a total registered capital of nearly 50 million USD and 22 projects with an additional capital of nearly 451 million USD, in which there are 2 newly licensed projects with a large total investment capital from Singapore and Switzerland. The majority of capital increase projects belong to Japanese, Korean, Taiwanese, and Samoa enterprises. Deputy heads of the department in charge of the management board of Đồng Nai Industrial Zones Phạm Văn Cường said, most of the FDI projects invested in the province belong to industrial zones. The situation of attracting FDI in the first months of the year is quite good. In 2023, the IBs will attract about 700 million USD of foreign capital. High-tech and supporting industry projects will continue to be prioritized to invite. Currently, attracting FDI investment have reached nearly 72% of the year planned. The Union of Officers and Đồng Nai Students Union on March 18th coordinated to organize the launching ceremony of the Olympic Running Day for People Health of Đồng Nai Province in 2023. At the launching ceremony, the representative of the Provincial People's Committee emphasized that the Olympic Running Day is a practical activity to promote the movement on people exercise their body following the Red Alcohol's example, raising awareness about the role, meaning, and effects of exercise and sports in protecting and improving people's health and quality of life, building a healthy lifestyle and cultural environment contributing to the consolidation of the great unique block of the whole people and promoting the movement to build cultural life at the grassroots level. After the ceremony, there was a running information with a distance of more than 1 kilometer. Russian President Vladimir Putin traveled to Crimea on March 18 to mark the 9th anniversary of Russia's annexation of the Crimean Peninsula. Russian state media reported that Putin visited the city of Sevastopol, where the headquarters of the Russian Navy Black Sea Fleet is located. While in Sevastopol, Putin visited an art school and a center for children. Local officials say Putin's visit was a surprise on the 9th anniversary of the decisions to annex the Crimean Peninsula took effect March 18th. Putin earlier said the security of Crimean Peninsula was a priority and that Moscow would do everything necessary to counter any threat. The Russian resident stressed that the authorities will continue to make efforts to ensure the rapid socio-economic development of Crimea and Sevastopol. He also pledged to take steps to improve people's living standards. Ukraine announced on March 18th that the senior U.S. security officials had a video call with a group of Ukrainian counterparts to discuss military support for Kiev. On a Telegram page, Chef of the staff to the President of Ukraine on trip Yermak stated, "We discussed providing more necessary support to our country, especially vehicles, weapons, and ammunition." According to Yermak, Defense Minister Alexei Reznikov, Top General Valery Zelensky, and a number of other commanders and senior Ukrainian officials attended the meeting. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, Top Military General Mark Milley, and National Secretary Advisor Jay Sullivan represented the United States. Yermak added that Ukraine has informed its allies in detail about the current situation on the front, combat operation in the most difficult areas, as well as the urgent needs of the Ukrainian army. This is the end for our news today. Thanks for watching. Have a good time. Goodbye.